Recently, I've returned to playing Smash Ultimate after taking nearly a year-long break, and I noticed that my main, Diddy Kong, now has much better results due to tweak picking him up. This has also led me to noticing significantly many more Diddy Kongs on Elite Smash than I did before. Also, I see many Diddy Kongs in the early stages of online tournament brackets, while I didn't before. While this is cool to see, it seems like many people just don't know how to beat Diddy Kong in this game. Diddy Kong is a good character, but he has many weaknesses that honestly have not been previously present in games like Smash 4 and Brawl. If you want to beat Diddy Kong, I will explain how you can do so in this video by talking about how to beat his moves, how to edgeguard his recovery, and how to beat him in neutral. As a quick disclaimer, this is not a comprehensive guide to beating Diddy Kong, but if you follow these tips completely, Diddy players are going to have a very hard time against you. With all of that being said, the very first move of Diddy's I want to talk about is his banana. People do not deal with banana very well in this game at all, and it really shows when I watch some of the sets. So obviously, Diddy's banana is really his best tool. It's his best tool in neutral, and it's kind of his best combo starter as well. Because you can throw banana into nair, you can do banana into like back air, and you can get all kinds of stuff off of it, especially if you're pretty well optimized. But a lot of these times when you get hit by banana, you can avoid it. You can do something, you can shield, which I don't see enough people shielding consistently enough. So I'm going to talk about how do you beat banana, right? So first and foremost, like I said, you can literally just hold shield. While a Diddy Kong has a banana, there's very little that he can do. Okay, there are kind of in terms of actual like breaking your shield and shield pressure, he can't really do either. I mean, he can try to up B into your shield. That really doesn't do much shield damage though. If you're familiar with Diddy, you know that's not really too threatening on shield. So what can he do? Well, everybody knows the obvious one is the command grab. He can monkey flip command grab you. If he sees that, say, Wolf right now was holding shield while I was holding banana, I'd go and I'd monkey flip command grab him. That is specifically in the game, so Diddy has an option should the opponent just choose to hold shield. However, let's take another look at it. So I'm doing it again, right? And that's 8.4 damage, and I have staling off. So really, that's 8.4 damage when a proper banana hit can really do a lot more. So I'll try to show you a little bit. I kind of messed that up. You can like throw, you can catch with a fair, sometimes that'll work, and you can go into a down air. You can get 30, 40, sometimes if you do like up B combos, you can get sometimes even 50% off of one banana if you do a perfect combo. Diddy can actually combo pretty hard in this game. Most games he usually can't. He just has that neutral. So really, you are okay with taking that 8.4% in neutral. But we try not to take it near the edge. We're at high percent. And obviously, we want to avoid losing any neutral interaction. Okay, so if they're catching on to you holding shield, and they start, either they can also try to throw banana down and grab, but that's reactable. But if they start grabbing you, so one thing that you can do, and this is pretty consistent, just go on platform and shield. So the only real option they have, they can't do Diddy's cannot do amazing shield pressure. They can try to command grab you like this. They command grab you, but a jump command grab is pretty reactable. Just a running command grab, smash command grab is less reactable. But if they jump, the only thing you can be worried of if you're an opposing player is that command grab if they have a banana. So what do? Well, you can obviously roll, you can jump. So I think spot dodge is a great option because they have the possibility of landing. They'll probably slide off, but they could land on the platform. If you spot dodge, you can punish them. Same with on the ground. You can hold shield, wait for that monkey flip if you can react to it. Spot dodge, punish it hard. Do this consistently. Diddy will not be able to hit you. Platforms are just very important in general. Diddy doesn't have great options. Like he can You can try to wave land and then grab, if he doesn't have banana, but obviously you can just go play neutral against Diddy if he doesn't have a banana. Obviously, punish him if he tries to pull the banana. One more thing with... No, there's a few more things I'll talk about, but one thing is obviously everybody knows the ledge trap. And there's a lot of ways to get around this. I think one way that a lot of people do is attack, but you can also, if it's close enough to the ledge, you can simply just kind of air dodge. Not like that, but you can air dodge, hopefully catch the banana with your air dodge, and then grab it. See, like that. And then if you Z catch it like that, it's now your weapon, and you can use it. I recommend air dodging. I recommend attacking, rolling. Just mix up your ledge options. Jumping's pretty good, but he can fair you out of a jump. But I think jumping is actually a really good option. Do not get up attack unless you are 100% sure you can hit him, and just don't neutral get up. Just don't. So what else? Okay, so I'd say the next thing is obviously just in general. If he hits your banana off shield, you'll be able to grab it. You will be able to grab his banana. I can try to show you with Wolf. I have 2 controllers and there's only one of me, so it'll be a little hard, but I can try to show you. I'm going to try to hold shield, and just like that. You can grab it. If you grab it after it hits your shield, then now you have his favorite neutral tool. If you have an item like Wolf's laser, sorry, wrong person. Yep, you can use that a lot. The Diddy, many Diddies, I should say, kind of struggle if they don't have their banana. Not very many of them, and myself included, know how to play Diddy that well bananaless. So, the next move I want to talk about is his down tilt. His down tilt is not nearly as good as it used to be in Smash 4. It has very little range, and you can usually outspace it with a dash attack or some other type of move, like a forward tilt or a forward air, depending on your character, of course. But one of the things that is great about Diddy's down tilt is that it is pretty much safe on shield. I haven't tested this enough. I've gotten punished a few times for doing... If you do double down tilt, people will react in time for the second down tilt and punish it. But if you spot dodge, it's nearly impossible to punish. I've seen it maybe done a few times, but it's really hard to punish on shield. So that's one thing you need to know. So if something is really hard to punish on shield, right, then you need to work around it, not with your shield, but with other options. One thing you can really do, and this can work against banana as well, is become more airborne. And this is good because, as I'll talk about later, Diddy's fair is significantly nerfed, and you will almost always, nerfed from Smash 4 that is, you will almost always trade with his fair if you have any decent hitbox. But you could jump around a lot, kind of space, bait him to come in, especially if you have the lead, or try to catch his dash backs. A lot of Diddy's dash back, maybe with banana, maybe with something else, maybe hoping for a monkey flip kick, monkey flip command grab. So you can definitely jump around Diddy's options. So don't be afraid to try that. Though he can get some cool stuff on you. Like he can obviously go for nair, but that works better if you're on the ground. Fair, eating a few fairs isn't too big of a deal, but you want to try to minimize that. Also, combos with down tilt. One thing you should know is you pretty much always want to DI away with down tilt, away and down, because if you can DI away and down, you're more likely to hit the ground, and then you can get up shield once they go for a dash attack. Or you can spot dodge if you just want that overall, I'll probably cover everything. Spot dodge covers most things that he will do, unless, of course, they, wait for it or something. But you DI down and away whenever you get down tilted at mid to lower percents. At higher percents, like right here, there's not really much you can do to get away from that dash attack. Well, that wasn't even true. Most of his down tilt combos aren't 100% true. Like, some Diddies will try down tilt into grab, down tilt into down tilt's true at some percents. Down tilt into fair is true at very few percent. So you just need to try to DI out and away, or down and away, whenever you can against his down tilt. He'll get much less off of it. So even if you do get hit, you can minimize the collateral damage. If you are down tilted often, like I said, try to go into the air, try to mix it up. Use projectiles. If he's down tilting you, that is a clear sign that he is not using banana. So use projectiles if you have them. Of course, some people don't. Use your disjoints if you have them. Use the tools you have at your disposal to disrupt Diddy's neutral. And then the final move that I'll talk about, which will kind of tie everything together in a sense, is the forward air. As a Diddy main, this move makes me cry. Basically, fair is a shadow of its former self. It's gotten buffed. It's much better now than it was. It was just horrid earlier in this game. You would not believe how bad it was. And it's still not that great. It's still really hard to hit people. You know, Wolf's like decently tall compared to some of the other characters, and you can barely hit him with your rising fair. But at low percents, if they rising fair you, some characters are able to punish it. For example, I'm not sure if I don't think he even tough guys through it. He might tough guy through it, but Bowser can just completely destroy Diddy Kong who fairs him too early. Wolf should be able to as well. A lot of the heavier characters can. So fair can be punishable on hit at low percents. Obviously, you're not too worried about fair at low percents, though. You're more worried about fair at mid percents and when you're trying to jump. So if you find yourself getting anti-aired by fair, try to look, obviously, at what they do after they fair. Do they fair dash back? Do they fair dash forward? Do they mix it up? What kind of circumstance do they mix it up in? Try to ask yourself these questions. Diddy's they usually do one of the two. They usually dash back, like fair dash back, or fair. You know. So try to figure out those. If there's a consistent pattern, you can exploit it. Because basically, if there's a pattern, that means it's a habit, and any habit like that can be exploited is a bad one. Fair is very punishable. Try to trade with it. Try to get your moves out first. Predict when they're going to fair. Go for like a nair. For example, if you're Wolf, you can beat his nair or Diddy's fair with your nair pretty consistently. And stay, if they don't have banana and they're going for a lot of fairs or anti-airing you a lot, you can always try to stay grounded some more. Stay grounded. Use that shield a little bit more, but if they don't have banana, shielding is dangerous because Diddy can get a lot off of a grab. He can get a lot of grab combos. So you want to be careful with that. Honorable mention of moves, dash attack. If I had to give you the best advice, just treat Diddy Kong's dash attack the same way you would treat Captain Falcon's. Obviously it's not quite as good as Captain Falcon's, but it can lead into combos that you just don't want to deal with. It's fast, it's a burst option. Most of the time you're bound to get hit with a few of them unless you have the Diddy Kong really on lock. Honorable mention. Just make sure you recognize what you're doing whenever you get dash attacked, what kind of signs you're telling the Diddy. And know that if you shield the dash attack, you can pretty much do whatever you want to them. Next, we're going to talk about beating Diddy Kong's recovery. So, really, a Diddy Kong will recover by two major ways. Obviously, there's the monkey flip and then there's the barrels. The first thing you want to look for is the monkey flip. This is a major issue for Diddy Kongs. And myself included. I have a lot of the monkey flip habits of waiting until you're perfectly parallel, monkey flipping. And I get punished for that a lot. But what Diddy Kongs will often do is they either do the parallel one, like I just talked about, or a high recovery after a hit. They'll try to recover high. Or they'll go really low. And then most of the time use barrels. Depends on where they are. They can air dodge. You want to try to catch on to where and when, especially when. What is the pattern of their monkey flips? Where do they feel most comfortable monkey flipping? So if a Diddy Kong is trying very hard to consistently monkey flip to the ledge, you need to try to punish that. And you can punish that with basically any move. I'll take control of Wario to kind of give you, not Wario, Wolf to try to give you an idea of what you can kind of punish that with. With Wolf, you really have a lot of options to punish Diddy, but probably the most consistent is the Nair. You can really just throw it out there, honestly. It will beat Diddy Kong's monkey flip kick 9 times out of 10. If the Diddy goes high, really most characters can do this. You want to go up there and try to up air it. You want to go try to grit it. If you don't feel like you can get his monkey flip high, what I recommend is trying your absolute best to stay underneath him. So around here, a lot of Diddy Kongs will be reverse. They're peanut pop gun. So you can try to track them in the air and stop. Maybe right about here. If they keep going, you have stage control. Keep going. You can dash forward. Put a little pressure on them. Do whatever you want. But you have stage control. If they pop peanut pop gun the other way and come back to center, well, then it's your chance to punish them for it. They'll probably shield, so go for a grab. That's my recommendation. They'll probably shield, so go for a grab. If they don't, try to once again try to read what they choose to do. Some Diddies jump and try to jump out of their problems. You can just try to dash attack them in the first place, just to stop them from getting center stage. If you can get the Diddy Kong to start using monkey flips to recover low, there's a lot you can do to punish that. And I think the most exploitable way you can beat Diddy Kong's recovery is to beat him out of barrels. So you've started to understand and adapt to the monkey flips of the Diddy Kong. Once you do that, the Diddy Kong will often, not always, but pretty often try to rely on barrels. That's when you can destroy him. So first and foremost, if you have a projectile that has gravity, for example, banana, you can throw it up in the air, it'll fall back down. You can use that to your advantage. So Diddy's will try to recover like this, hug the stage, and recover. If you have a projectile with gravity, like a bomb, throw it like that, explode it. Or if they're trying to recover deep, like this, straight up, jump and throw. It will hit him out of his barrels, and he will die. You can also kind of go a little bit deep, depending on who your character is. Link can just absolutely take advantage of this and destroy Diddy Kong's recovery. Any Link who knows this matchup will tell you. It can be a little bit. It's not quite as clear cut as that. You got to be fast about it, because they will try to up you to the ledge fast. They will try to get up there. So you just gotta try to catch them if you can, and exploit them for it. One last thing for the recovery. If you want to, especially if you don't have a projectile, obviously if you have something like Wolf's Nair, you can go down there. Mario's up air can hit Diddy Kong out of barrels, but you can try to guard the edge, or the ledge, I mean. You can try to guard the ledge and make sure the Diddy Kong, they can go anywhere they want, but they can't go to the ledge. So what that will make them do is, one way or another, they will recover high. They will, start here, use barrels to try to get around that, or if they can, that can be hard to do. But if they're over here, they'll try to do this, and depending on your positioning, you can try to punish that. So that can be a good thing, depending on how you're punishing ledge. If you're staying on top mostly, and you're just kind of trying to kind of fake them out, and they recover high, you can get a grab. So don't be afraid to go for something like that if you feel the need. Overall, though, Diddy's recovery is very good, but I also think it is very exploitable if you look for the right stuff. Consistently punishing his recovery can give you the edge in the matchup, so I think it is an important thing to think about. However, while edge guarding is important, what is far more important when facing a Diddy Kong is beating him in the neutral. In my opinion, Neutral is probably Diddy Kong's greatest strength and the place where he can give you the greatest problems. So just what is Diddy Kong looking for in neutral? Well, there's quite a lot. Obviously, I think it's pretty obvious. He's trying to hit you in some way, some shape, some form. He's trying to hit you. What it kind of starts and ends with, once again, is banana. Okay? He will often, like I said, he will often hold shield, wait for a mistake. Diddy's love holding shield for many reasons. Something I'm not going to mention too much is his out of shield options. He can do an up smash out of shield, obviously. So if you're high percent, try to avoid touching his shield from the front to unsafe. If he's holding a banana, don't touch his shield from the back because he can Z-drop it. Not all Diddies know how to do that. But in terms of raw neutral, though, what is he looking for? He's looking for you to make a mistake, drop your shield, move around, and he's looking to surprise you with banana. Now, let's say you, obviously you adapt to that. You shield, you dash shield, you shield, you get closer via a jump, and obviously he could Z-drop fair you, but that's not something everybody knows how to do. So what do you do? What do you do then when he starts? So when you start to adapt, what will a Diddy do, right? Well, when you start to adapt to their play, and with shield and stuff, Diddy will start to bait out that shield and try to punish you for shielding. They'll punish you with monkey flip kick first and foremost, and then they might try to bait out grabs, just raw grabs in some other way. So in order to beat those raw grabs, you want to try to keep your movement fluid, and one of the best ways to beat Diddy is to keep your movement fluid. Every match is a push and pull of who can out read, who can out maneuver the other player. But really, if Diddy's going for monkey flip kicks, or monkey flip command grabs, especially, you can always spot dodge to pretty much get past both options. If you spot dodge, you get past both, and then you can punish them for the monkey flips. However, if they're baiting grab, by, I don't know, you say you're getting stuck, they pull banana, they throw it down, and they try to grab you. If you're getting hit by that, obviously if you can't react to it, then you got to mix up your patterns a little bit. Maybe listen for an audio cue, because there is an audio cue when Diddy throws the banana. That's something that top players sometimes do. They sometimes listen for audio cues because they more easily recognizable, or they come out faster. For example, in Smash 4, Bouncing Fish had an audio cue before you could actually kind of react to the visual. So that's one thing. Obviously, that's a little complicated. I wouldn't recommend that too much, because there's simpler ways to deal with Diddy getting a grab. Try to stuff him. If he's getting grabs, either you're hitting his shield unsafe, or he's moving freely on you. So it's important to stuff his movement in some shape, some way, which you can do with projectiles. You can also do with good moves like a forward tilt, like wolf forward tilt, other moves. A Diddy will sometimes space back airs, and this is really one of his best options. He can get back air to a lot of things at certain percents. Back air dash attack's kind of a true combo at a lot of percent, and it can lead to a lot of percent. So you want to try to avoid that. Obviously, those kind of things will happen in the course of the game. But once again, trying to outmaneuver. Watch when a Diddy Kong throws a back air and see what they do next. Do they go for another one? Do they dash back? Do they dash forward? Watch how they act after this decision, and then decide what you're going to do. In terms of beating the back air itself, if they do it low on the shield, it's not really punishable. But best I can recommend is just try to anticipate it and go for a projectile or a sword swing. Let's think about this. If you're Mario and the Diddy Kong goes for a falling back air, you can dash attack it. Dash attack's a good option. You can try to parry it. It'd be more punishable if you could parry it. A lot of Diddy Kongs will wait until it's bottom to go for it. So it's not too hard of a parry. So those are a few things you can do just to get past the Diddy Kong wall of back airs. It'll take some practice, but eventually you'll definitely get it. And I think the last thing in neutral is dash attack. This is their burst option. This is something they will just, you're moving too much on the ground, they will go try to dash attack you. They don't know if they can grab you. You're not using shield a whole lot. You're moving well. They'll try to dash attack you. It's hard to eliminate all dash attacks, from happening, of course. But playing a tight game, understanding when and where a Diddy Kong looks for that. A Diddy Kong will look for that, 9 times out of 10 whenever you're about to land or whenever you're dashing back and they're trying to read you. So keep that in mind. And some things you can do is, obviously, if you have a good enough hitbox, you can throw one out just before you land to kind of catch that. You can try to spot dodge on landing and avoid it. Try to get out a shield on landing if you can. But if you can't do either of those things, you might just have to, or any of those things, you might just have to eat the punish. It's a fast option, hard to react to, but handle it in the same way you'd handle Captain Falcon's dash attack. And remember, if a Diddy Kong can dash attack you, they don't have banana. So keep that in your mind, because Diddy Kong with banana and without banana, it's basically like fighting two different characters. Beating Diddy Kong will take practice, but if you follow the tips here, you should definitely see improvement in your gameplay against Diddy. Overall, the goal of this video is to give a fundamental understanding of beating Diddy Kong, but top level play may need a more advanced look at the character in order to beat him. I obviously didn't cover everything here. There's plenty more to learn about Diddy Kong, but I wanted to give some general advice, some easy solutions, and something that everybody should be able to understand when it comes to Diddy Kong. I'm not the master of beating this character. I just understand what beats me a lot of the time. Regardless of the level of play you're at, though, if you follow these tips, I believe Diddy will have a much more difficult time beating you. I know I would. Thank you to everybody who watched. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll come at you with some more Kalayo guides.